Hello everybody and welcome to this first actual episode of Pokemon Through the Years. Let's start a new game and let's see how Pokemon Yellow deals with randomizers, because it should be fine in theory. Maybe. Let's see how it goes in practice. You guys probably have seen the rule video, and this definitely is randomized, because why would you ever show an Electrode as the first Pokemon anybody ever sees, other than Pikachu, I guess, or anything that's in the intro, which is, I think, only Pikachu. You guys have seen the episode 0 where I explained the rules, so I'm not going to go over the rules too much unless we run into something that is like a grey area within the rules, but I don't think we'll be running into that in this first episode or in this first generation, as a matter of fact. Generation 2, 3, 4, somewhere down the line, things might be like, how do we actually apply this rule to this specific, hyper-specific situation? I don't think that's going to happen. So, rival's name. Also, it's a little bit echoey in here. I don't know why. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, the rival's name is going to be, I don't know. Am I going to go with a theme for this? I don't think I'm going to go with a theme for this. So he is going to be, he's going to be Fred. Because why the fuck not? So, I'm very curious. You guys probably already know what I'm guessing my starter is going to be, since I don't think there will be anything else in this episode to put in the thumbnail other than my starter. I don't know yet. I have no idea what my starter is going to be, and this first part of the series is going to be mainly me complaining about how actually like kind of bad Generation 1 is. So I want everybody to be aware of that. I'm not a huge fan of Generation 1, and that's okay. It's not a horrible game, it's just kind of bad. And that's okay. I mean, this game came out in 1996. I'm not saying it's like it's bad for its age, it's just it hasn't aged well. And okay, my starter is going to be a Slowbro, unless this is randomized and then I get re-randomized when I get the starter. I don't know how that works, actually. I'm guessing that my starter is going to be a Slowbro, which could be worse. Could be better. I was going to say couldn't be worse. I was like, no, that's not true. A Magikarp would be definitely worse. And then I was going to say couldn't be better, and that's not true, because a Mewtwo definitely would have been better. I guess we get a Slowbro, which doesn't evolve, actually. I guess next gen, if it survives. If this thing survives next gen, it gets reset to a Slowpoke. But then when we evolve it, we can actually evolve it to a Slowking, which would be neat. But that's assuming that our starter is going to survive an entire generation, which doesn't sound very likely to me, to be honest. So this is, we're not going to get a Slowking, because that means that the entire Slowbro line, as I said in the rules, is off the table. So anything that evolves from Slowbro in a later generation, I guess we're not getting as well. Same way if we get a Togepi or a Togetic, it is a Slowbro. Togepi or Togetic in Gen 2, 3, I guess that's the only ones. We're not getting a Togekiss in later generations because we've already had that generation, that evolutionary line, I guess. Again, these are not things that we should be worrying about right now, but these are things that will start coming up as we go through generations. Slowbro, you are going to be called... You don't have genders yet in this generation. I don't need to worry... Never mind, I love Gen 1. I love Gen 1. I don't have to worry about nicknaming and genders matching up. That's so good. I'm going to call you... Okay, hear me out here. This is a weird name. But I'm going to call you Naga, which is the name of Koras, a polar bear dog in Avatar: The Legend of Korra. You might say, wait a second, this thing doesn't look like anything like a polar bear or a dog. And you would be correct in assuming that. Also, this battle, whatever happens, doesn't count because I don't have Pokeballs yet. And you have a Acreus. I think we'll be fine. But I was thinking, okay, sea creatures, and then it just kind of happened. Like, Naga sounds like a name you would give, like, a snake. More specifically, I think Naga, and maybe that is because the name actually comes from something like that. It feels like it would, but it feels like a name a sea serpent would have. And you might still be thinking, well, Slowbro doesn't really look like a sea serpent, but to the shadow that bites its tail, it kinda does. And that's why this guy is called Naga. Well, Naga is actually a girl in a female dog, boat or bear thing in the series, so you get my point. Naga the Slowbro is our starter. And now we go to what's its face? What's the city I'm going to next? Is it Vermilion? I think it's Vermilion City, and then back, and I think that'll be mostly what this episode is going to be. Maybe we have time enough to catch our encounter for Route 1. We're definitely going to run into a Pokemon or two, which we cannot capture yet on Route 1. So that's going to be exciting. You also give me a potion, don't you? Oh man, it's Viridian, not Vermilion. Vermilion is the one with Lieutenant Surge. Even though this is not my favorite generation, as a matter of fact, Gen 1 is my least favorite generation. Ivysaur. That would be very nice. That would be very nice indeed. I can't escape. I mean, I know I'm a slow bro. Oh, that's going to be annoying, actually. It's going to be very annoying. I have played these games like Gen 1 as a... I shouldn't say Gen 1. Actually, should I? I don't know. If I combine Gen 1 and the Gen 1 remakes into like just playing Kanto, I think I've played Kanto more than any other region. Maybe Johto is close, but I've played Fire Red like probably like 6 or 7 times. And then I've played Yellow. This is probably like my 5th time playing Yellow. And I think I've played Red and Blue like a total of... I only encountered 1 Pokemon, by the way, on my way to Viridian City. I almost fucked up again. So, I played Kanto. I haven't played Let's Go, to be fair, because I don't own a Switch, which is the reason that you're not watching a Sword Let's Play right now. Wigglytuff, I really hope that I don't catch a Wigglytuff. I don't like Wigglytuff. I would very much rather have an Ivysaur. So I've probably played Gen 1 or Kanto, I don't know, whatever the fuck you would like to pronounce it as. Probably like 15-ish times in total. So I pretty much know all of the secrets. And so hang on. I've played this 15 times, right? But I never realized this until now, how stupid it is that you go to that Pokemon to pick up Oak's parcel, then come back and find out it's Pokeballs. It says order of Pokeballs, but you couldn't buy Pokeballs yet until you do this cutscene. Wouldn't it make a lot more sense if that parcel contained the Pokédexes? And they just wouldn't sell Pokeballs to anybody who didn't have a Pokédex? Because why would you want the Pokeball if you're not going to fill the Pokédex, right? I mean, still, from a world-building perspective, does everybody have a Pokédex? Is Professor Oak selling these things? Are we just getting a free sample? Is he giving them away for free to every 10-year-old? Like, from a world-building perspective, we're still having issues, I'll admit that. But from, like, just a narrow slice of gameplay, like our experience, that does make a little bit more sense than the way it's going now. So I think that gave us 5... No Pokeballs. It doesn't give you Pokeballs in the original games? Huh. What do you know? That is actually very surprising to me. So it seems like this route only has Ivysaur and Wigglytuff on it. because I randomized every single ROM. I've randomized Generation 1 through 5 like right away because they're very easy to randomize. They all work with the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, and you can just like save and load all the settings in it. And I did one-to-one area mapping, which means that a route which usually only has 2 Pokemon will get 2 other Pokemon randomized into it. That being said, this being level 7 seems a little bit fishy. I don't think usually you run into level 7 Pokemon on Route 1. Maybe in Yellow you do. I haven't played Yellow that much compared to the other games. But that seems fishy to me. That it's level 7. I'm okay with that for grinding purposes, potentially, but still, doesn't really seem correct to me. I was saying something, and I forgot what I was saying. So, yeah, those encounters don't count, by the way, simply because we don't have Pokeballs yet. So I'm going to buy Pokeballs now. Nope. Let's just buy 15, because we literally can't buy any more than 15. And we do have a couple of routes where we can actually catch Pokemon. Like, we can actually catch a significant amount of Pokemon before we actually battle any trainer in this game, because we can capture this Ivysaur. Thank you for being an Ivysaur, not a Wigglytuff. And then we can go to route, I think it's 23, I want to say, and we can catch something there. Usually that'll be like a Nidoran or a Mankey. It's going to be random, obviously, now. And then we can go to the route, I guess it's route 2, right? Above Viridian City. How is the catch rate for the starters in this game? I don't know. It's not that high. It's not that high at all. And then in Viridian Forest itself, obviously, we can capture a Pokemon. And then I think... Oh my god, you're not helping me, are you? I think with 2 Growls I can do another Headbutt. And it shouldn't kill. Maybe even another Headbutt wouldn't kill. This is going to be an issue. This is going to be an issue, because catching in Gen 1 is a bit, like, iffy as it is anyway, right? Because you can miss Pokeballs against more difficult encounters. So we're going to want to buy, like, Ultra Balls and Great Balls as soon as we can. We want that anyway, obviously. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to speed through this bullshit. Are we just not going to catch the Ivysaur? Lead Sheet. It's a dangerous thing. Almost ended the series like 15 minutes into the series. Wow. So this hurts. This hurts a lot to have to do. But I think I might have to kill the Ivysaur. I don't want to, but I don't think I have much of a choice. So I'm going to use one more Headbutt, just to see what it does. If it survives this, I will give it one more Pokeball. This is literally the lowest amount of HP it's going to be at, because this is literally 2 HP. It can't be more than 2 HP. So if it doesn't even get close to staying in this Pokeball, it's just not a thing I can capture. Yeah, it just doesn't. No, it just doesn't. So I just can't capture this Ivysaur. There's probably a 1% chance I can capture it, but growing to level 6 isn't that bad either. So that was our Route 1 encounter. We kind of wasted that, and we also wasted a lot of money on that, because we don't have a lot of money yet, and we also wasted a potion on that. So it's a real good start of the series, isn't it? I love the fact that the speed button in Gen 1 games goes up to like 10,000% instantly. And that's just higher than that. It doesn't go higher than that. Also, I don't know why I was talking as Yoda there. Higher than that, it doesn't go. Okay, our second chance here is going to be this route here, which actually, this game doesn't have pop-ups for when you enter a new route, so you wouldn't even know if you were nuzlocking what a different route is. And what the fuck? I always say Mewtwo as a joke, as an example of running into a legendary Pokemon. That's so mean! I can't catch you! I can't catch a Mewtwo in a Pokeball if I can't catch a fucking Ivysaur. Can I? Can I? Maybe I can. No, I can't. There's no way in hell. It's not even gonna, like... I think it might be literally impossible to catch Mewtwo in a Pokeball. I'm gonna throw one more, but... Yeah, just, it's literally impossible. It's, I'm not having very good luck. I mean, it's going to give me a shit ton of experience, relatively speaking. So it's a brilliant grinding spot. But, I know what the thumbnail for this video is going to be. Especially since it's such a fake out as well, isn't it? Because you assume that the thumbnail... I just realized something, I'll get to that in a moment. You assume the thumbnail for the first episode is always going to be the starter and the randomizer, right? So, putting a Mewtwo in there, people are going to think I'm going to get a Mewtwo as my starter. And then I even mentioned it earlier in this episode that you guys probably know what the starter is going to be because I put it in the thumbnail. Definitely that's not going to be the case. I'm definitely going to put Mewtwo in the thumbnail just because it's funny. So I just realized something that how does Dupe's Claws work when you don't catch a Pokemon? Because I didn't really care with the Ivysaur. It was a little bit like sad that I didn't get the Ivysaur, but I'm not like, oh, like 3 generations down the line I might run into like a Bulbasaur and that's going to be an issue. And is that... Does it usually happen? Him not catching the Rattata? I'm pretty sure usually he catches it. Anyway, so now that we've run into Mewtwo in like literally the first 20 minutes of the entire series, are we going to allow ourselves to catch Mewtwo later on? Maybe even in this game, or maybe in a different generation, because we didn't actually catch it. My fucking god! You've got to be fucking kidding me! A Mewtwo and a Moltres, and I can't capture them because I only have goddamn Pokeballs. What is this shit? I mean, I'm gonna throw one ball at you. I'm going to miss. This is a very difficult early game. Remember when I said that I'm going to be able to capture so many Pokemon in the first episode because Counter is just allows you to do that. It allows you to do that when it's not an Ivysaur that just won't stay, and then a Mewtwo, and then a Moltres. There's only 5 legendaries in this game, and there's 151 Pokemon. What are the odds of me running into 2 legendaries back to back? I mean, it's not that difficult to calculate, but it's kind of a rhetorical question. You don't really have to answer that. But it's a fairly low chance. Even running into 1 legendary Pokemon. It's like, well, it's 5 in 151, right? So it's about 1 in 30. Let's say 1 in 30. Running into 2 legendary Pokemon back to back is 1 in 30 times 1 in 30. So that's 1 in 900. That's ridiculous. Well, assuming actually that could I run into Mewtwo in another patch of grass or only that specific patch of grass? Because otherwise it might be like the chance of me running into another legendary is like 4 in 115 or 5 in 115. And that changes to like more like 1 in 40-ish. So that's like... No, it's actually the wrong way around. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is going to be our last chance to capture anything in this episode. Until we beat Oh. Oh no. We're going to have to beat Brock with a Slowbro. And it's randomized, obviously. With a Slowbro and potentially a Fearow if we're lucky. Otherwise, with only a Slowbro. This is not good. That's not good for me. Oh no. I don't like it one bit. I might actually like go grind between this episode and the next of Mewtwo's. Just so that I don't die in Viridian Forest. Because if either of them dies in Viridian Forest, assuming again I can even capture this thing. That's 1, that's 2. I don't have that many Pokeballs left. If I can't capture the Fearow, I don't know. I don't know. Please just stay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, Fearow. Don't leave me. Don't ever leave me. Fearow, you're going to be the star of this show. You're going to be called... you're going to be called... What if it was just a bird? What do I call a bird? I'm just going to start with a random letter, which is I'm feeling B. Something you shouldn't ever say out loud on the internet. I'm probably just going to cut ahead until I have a proper name here. I mean, he better be. He better be. He better be a destroyer, because I just kicked over my water bottle. What is your moveset, Fearow? I mean, destroyer. You have... Oh, you go to the moveset by pressing A. That sucks so bad. Pack. You have Pack. You have Pack. And that is it. You only have Pack. We ran into a Mewtwo. That Psychic. It's probably the only Pokemon we ran into with a decent move. Granted, because... like, Ivysaur had Tackle. And Moltres had... I don't know, because I just died. Still upset about the Mewtwo and the Moltres thing. It's a good way to start off this series, granted. It's a fantastic way. Like, the first episode... You just run into 2 legendaries like within a minute of each other. That's great. The thing that's not great is that I can't actually capture them and that I can't capture anything on those routes anymore. I'm going to allow myself to capture them later on in the series if I run into them again. Just because I don't think Dupe's Claws is about the Pokemon you run into. I think it's about the Pokemon you have captured. That's how I'm gonna go with it anyway. But still, it's mildly upsetting that I probably won't be able to capture those in this. You don't want to battle me? Okay. Probably not in Pokemon Yellow. I mean, Pokemon Crystal is going to be the next chance to get some of those legendaries, but like, statistically speaking... I don't know, statistically speaking, is Gen 1... Your chance of running into a legendary, just random legendary, we just decided is 1 in 30. Gen 2 adds 6 legendaries. The Beast Trio, Ho-Oh-Lugia, and Celebi. But it also only add like 100 Pokemon in total. So that becomes 251 and what, 11 legendaries? So that's 11, that's like 1 in 25, 24-ish. So the chance in Gen 2, statistically speaking, of running into a legendary are higher than in this generation. What generation with the national dex has the highest likelihood of running into a legendary Pokemon? it might be Gen 2, honestly. Because then Gen 3 adds the Regis and the Weather Trio, which is another 6. Does it add any more? I don't think it adds any more, right? Gen 4 adds a shit ton Pokemon, but I think Gen 3 also adds a lot of like normal non-legendary Pokemon. So maybe the odds get skewed in favor of non-legendaries there just because the sheer amount of them. I think, is it Generation 3 or is it Generation 5 that adds the most amount of Pokemon since Gen 1? Holy crap, that's a Dodrio at level 7. Confusion? And please don't kill me? It would be very kind of you not to kill me. Only hit 2 times. Confusion probably does a lot more than Hatbot. Oh my god! That does a lot more than Hatbot. Why was I using Hatbot? Probably just like because I was using Hatbot against a wild Pokemon I was trying to capture. Don't do that! If you're trying to kill something, Hatbot them. Doesn't Slowbro is a Psychic type. Psychic types are OP as fuck in this generation, I just remembered. All Psychic types are, because special. Special attack or special defense? No, just special. That's the whole fucking point. I think Slowbro later became more specially defensive, right? But that's not a thing in this generation, so it's just got a high special stat. Actually, it's got a pretty good defense stat as well. But its attack is like a little bit less than that. Let's compare to Destroyer. Let's lead with Destroyer because Naga is getting already quite high up in the levels. And don't tell me this is going to be a... Actually, I'm happy. I'm actually happy that I ran into Destroyer and not a Tentacruel, because that would have been devastating. That's just coverage gone. That doesn't do any... Ah, you have Supersonic. I need something with Sleep Powder. The Ivysaur would have been real fucking nice, wouldn't it? Because if I can put Pokemon to sleep, at least they won't be dodging my Pokeballs, right? Oh yeah, oh my... Never mind, Tentacruel is actually the best Pokemon in the game, together with Tangela and Ekans. I guess I'll just die? Then? Maybe? I guess? I don't know. There's nothing I can do here, right? Because you just wrap. You just wrap me. Does wrap... No, it doesn't. That's Bind. That's Bind that does that. Never mind. Still, Ekans is the best Pokemon in the game because of Bind. And this is super effective as well. Why, when I decide to put out the one thing that's weaker, do I actually... Because the universe hates me, that's why. Yeah, that just one hit. That critical hit doesn't seem necessary in my opinion. Might have helped, but I don't think that was necessary. You know what? You know what, Tentacruel? You can go fuck yourself. Or not. Or I can just feel running away. Okay, we're going to switch back into Naga and just... misclick. That's what we're going to do. We're going to misclick. And waste a turn. So, I've got a question. Because we're going to make it... Not going to make it through this forest this episode. Because after this battle, this episode is ending. But next episode is not long in... we don't have like... We're not going to spend half an hour getting through this forest, most likely, right? Right? Hopefully. But I do want to do some grinding before going to Brock. Because I'm scared. I'm very scared. So what do? Do I just like cut in the middle of an episode? Maybe? I guess. That's the answer. I don't know why I'm... Oh my god, I hate this. Can I run? I can run. I'm going back to the Pokemon Center. Between episodes, that is. Until then, don't forget to leave a like, comment. There's a lot of water types in here. Come and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this first episode of Pokemon through the years. Let's actually try to murder this Krabby. That is pathetic. I need something better on Destroyer. You're not going to be destroying anything anytime soon this way. Firo, very sorry to tell you. But Naga is the heavyweight champion here. Oh no, you lead me! My already massive defense fell a little bit. So that's going to do it for today. Until the next time, I'll see you all back then when we maybe we'll take on Brock next episode, because I don't know what levels Brock has, but I think it's like his highest level Pokemon is level 12. So Naga will probably be fairly close to that. And Naga's destroying everything with confusion. And Destroyer might get a couple of levels by like switch training in the forest throughout the next episode. So maybe we can take on Brock next episode. I'm hoping that we can, because I want to kind of like move through the games as fast as possible, seeing as how there's like 7 games we have to get through. And I don't particularly enjoy the first few generations as much as the later ones. So I kind of want to get done with it and just like get to the good stuff and just have a shit ton of Pokemon in backup. I could have had 3 more if it wasn't a Ivysaur that didn't want to stay in 2 legendaries that I literally just couldn't throw a ball at. God thank they got rid of that stupid mechanic in later generations. Also, why is there a menu there? You can literally only heal. I guess we'll cancel out of it. But cancelling out of it takes just as much time as healing, so really, I'll see you back next time. Bye.